I'm Chelsea. That was just my
that's my little sister. Sorry. I'm Lindbergh. I forgot. I didn't even mention my name.
Lindbergh, and I'm Chelsea. I as well was just, inspired to say this piece. It's called The Chronicles of a Christian. And even though the title says Chronicles, it's actually kind of an overview of the highlights in Romans. I was killing Christians, and not with a knife or a gun, but apparently hearing about crucifixion was not enough for me to tell them this crime scene was not created by something that I've said or something that they've said, but something I didn't. It was as if I was struck by some bolt of lightning and I couldn't explain why I couldn't see. I was lost, I was blind, and I just needed someone to find me. It's crazy. I was satisfied with living a life of just doing me. Lighting up, popping bottles, and just living a life of fantasy. Not realizing that I would be held accountable for the lives in which I distorted reality. Not seeing the way that I was turning up would turn out to be murder. Not seeing that lighting a simple match would turn out to be a third-degree burner. I heard her crying out for help. I heard him crying out for help, but I couldn't help them. I was too busy judging them for situations I had yet to come out from, forgetting that all have sinned and fallen short of the glory of God. But for some reason, I thought I was better. So I talked better, I walked better, I dressed better. But God made me realize that I better sit down, because who really wants to make it to the heavenly gates and have God say, you thought you had the heavenly crown? But of course, He's probably not going to do it like that, but that doesn't change the fact that I want to now live a life that screams that I am not ashamed of the gospel. For it is the salvation to those for it is the power of God that brings salvation to those who believe. I didn't even believe He existed. But the Word makes it clear that His divine nature and eternal power is easily understood by what has been made. So now, when I breathe in air, it doesn't simply mean that it's there, but it's like a whisper in the air letting me know that He cares. And when I feel my heartbeat, it's no simple feat, but it lets me know that I'm eligible to one day have our eyes meet. And when I walk into a room, there's this purpose that eludes from my very presence. I am, you are, we are co-heirs with Christ. And indeed, if we share in His sufferings, we will also share in His glory. So while you struggling with that whole puff past and making decisions that won't last, I tell you, it will all work together for your good. And for those who press towards the mark, where sin abounds, grace abounds all the more. And that's why I'm so sure that there's nothing that could separate us from the love of Christ. Neither height nor death or life, or past or present. Therefore, I urge you to no longer be conformed to the pattern of this world, but to be transformed by the renewing of your mind. So you will believe in your heart and confess with your mouth that Jesus Christ is Lord and be saved. And I know it sounds beautiful, but God isn't finished with me yet. You see, my life's in this position where the gunman has only said, ready, set. Matter of fact, my life is continuously in this position where the Godhead has only said, ready, set. But the Spirit will let me know where to go. And the Spirit will let you know where to go. Thank you.